This video was brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. Get top quality razors delivered to your door starting at just $1 a month. Link below in the description. Skip it up and that up. So the specs for Far Cry 4 have been revealed for the PC, and they aren't that bad. I'm not going to read every single one. I'm just going to read the meat and potatoes of the minimum system requirements and the recommended system requirements and tell you guys what I think. The minimum system requirements for Far Cry 4 will start with the processor Intel Core i5-750 at 2.6 gigahertz or an AMD Phenom 2 X4 at 955 at 3.2 gigahertz. You need 4 gigs of RAM, which is nothing nowadays. Video card NVIDIA GeForce GTX 460 or AMD Radeon 5850 with at least 1 gigabyte of video RAM. And it has to be DirectX 11. You can't. DirectX 9 is dead. 10 is dead. It's time to let those go. The recommended system requirements actually aren't god-awful either, or too demanding, I should say. For the processor, for Far Cry 4, they're looking for an Intel Core i5-2400S at 2.5 gigahertz or an AMD FX 8350 at 4 gigahertz or better. Some may say the 8350 is kind of extreme for recommended system requirements, but whatever. That processor is getting old. You know, AMD stuck with the 8350 for a while now, so it is what it is, okay? The video card, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 680 or AMD Radeon R9 290X. Some may say on the AMD side, again, that's kind of extreme because the 290X is still their top of the line single GPU video card. Your video card has to have at least 2 gigabytes of video RAM. DirectX version 11. It's only DirectX 11. You have to have a DirectX 11 video card. And that's it. Those are the specs. And you have to have 30 gigabytes of available hard drive space, which kind of duh. So I don't think these minimum requirements and recommended system requirements for Far Cry 4 are ridiculous. There have been some games that have come out recently that were like, and I'm exaggerating, but we get the point. The recommended requirements and minimum requirements were ridiculous. Like, oh, did you play this game the way it was meant to be played? You need a 5960X with 2 GTX 980s and SLI, even though it's just a crappy console port and it runs at 30 frames per second. But yeah, you totally need that to make sure this game runs optimally. And it's like, what? And it's the funniest thing is, Digital Foundry, I think it was The Evil Within, which had insane specs. They did a video showing the game running great with a 750 Ti, and because it's capped off at 30 frames per second, the PC version initially, I think they just made a patch where you could play it at 60 frames now. The game was running fine on a 750 Ti, which is like a $150 video card, which doesn't even need external power from the power supply. So yeah, you know, these outlandish claims were kind of ridiculous that some of these recent games coming out for PC were saying you needed to play the game optimally. But besides that, which I'm glad the specs aren't insane for Far Cry 4, all I ask Ubisoft is please make this a competent PC port. Make it run smooth. Make there be no issues when it first comes out. Watch Dogs was a mess. Assassin's Creed 4, I personally didn't play on PC, but I heard it was a crappy PC port. And you seem to do this with almost every title you release for the PC. Far Cry 3, I believe, is one of the very few exceptions. That game runs great on the PC. So, I don't know. That's all I want. Just make it a competent PC port. Ubisoft, you seem to have a habit of not doing that. And listen to the PC gamers, because we're a big part of your audience. We're a big part of your consumer base. I understand that you have a bigger base on the consoles, but your base would grow on the PC if you gave competent ports. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Make your games better for the PC and more people will buy them for the PC. All right, folks, this is Rich of Review Tech USA. Make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting my channel. Have a good one.